What they do, y'all? Life through a microscope. You know, on this episode, we're gonna talk about those fucks. And I'm really talking about the hackers. You know, the people that be trying to take your money out your bank accounts and all that shit there. And stuff like that or whatever. But, you know, best way to defeat them. Excuse me. But anyway, the best way to defeat them is, people, all jokes aside, the only way to beat those fucking hackers from getting shit out of your bank accounts and stuff like that, people have to stop being lazy. We have to go back to the old way of banking. You got to get off your sorry asses and start going back in and do the banking. Because, you know, I had a conversation with a young lady from Capital One Bank, very good bank. And we was just talking about some things because somebody hacked into my stuff and got into my account or whatever. And tried to deposit some bullshit check or whatever through a mobile app or whatever. But, you know, me and her had a discussion, and I've been thinking about this for years. And, you know, she came up, we was talking about it, and we both agreed on something, and she came up and gave me a title of something, what I've already been talking about, as far as, it's called a no-touch account. But I call it the no-link touch account. And what I mean by the no-link touch account, so say for instance that you have, you got a couple of millions, a couple of billions, to whatever the case may be, a couple of hundreds of thousands, a couple of tens of thousands, whatever you may have. Whatever your chunk of cash is that you have, what you have to do, you have to put that into an account that's not connected to the grid. Don't have that bank account connected to no way, shape, or form to the internet or to the grid, or have it online for anything. Again, you have to get off your sorry asses, because that's the reason why a lot of people are obese, because everything is so convenient. Just a touch screen, the touch here, order this, Grubhub, et cetera, or whatever the case may be. And again, that's where obesity comes at, because everybody's making life so easy where you don't have to do shit but sit on the couch and just be a fat lard. You know, unfortunately, again, that's why you're obese. Now, going back to what I was saying, you have to, let me use this number here for example. If you say you got 100,000, let's say 10,000. You got $10,000. Set aside what you can afford to lose if somebody were to hack into your shit. So basically, go and open another account with another bank or whatever the case may be. Take 9,000 of that, set that to the side. Don't have that connected in no way, shape, or form to the grid. The grid is the internet. You have to go back to the old days of how we used to go banking. And if we wanted to find out what our balance was, we had to get off our asses and take our asses down to the bank to find out what our balance was and remember it. So now with that account, the no link, don't touch account, you move the 1,000 into an account where you can afford to lose that if somebody were to hack your stuff. Like if you want to pay bills, or, you know, use that credit card for whatever reason, to compete and stay with the norm of society or whatever the case may be. So if they were to hack into your stuff, you want to be able to lose that $1,000 to a certain extent. In some cases, banks will give it back to you or whatever the case may be. Someone, I don't know, however it goes. But that no link account, the no grid, no link account, you don't have to worry about that money being touched at all, because it's not connected to anything. So that way, the bastard and the fuck farts that's sitting behind computers trying to figure out ways to steal people's shit, they won't never be able to touch that account. So say if you got a couple of 100,000, you set aside, if you got 300,000, set aside 250,000. No, matter of fact, set aside 240,000 in the no grid, no touch account that can't be touched in no way, shape, or form. And the only way that you're going to be able to transfer money from that account to your grid account with your credit cards, you have to physically go into the bank. You can't do it over the phone. You can't do it on the internet. Your shit will never get touched, because the hackers ain't going to get their big sorry asses up and go on no banks. They're going to keep trying to go behind a computer. And that's how your shit get took. And that's how you lose out, and that's how people get your information, because you have these people that's gonna call on the phone pretending to be banks to get your username, passwords, and or whatever, and then next thing you know, your shit is hooked. It's hacked, excuse me, not hooked, hacked, but it's hacked. You know, so like I said, the best way to beat them, we gotta stop being lazy. Go in there, start tomorrow, get your ass up, whatever chunk of cash you have, set aside that to a net, and you make sure the bank understand that this account is not to be linked to the internet in no way, shape, or form. So whoever all your other merchants is for your light bill, phones, water, cars, however you pay, whatever you pay through the internet, you put that in the account that you can afford to lose if it were to be hacked. Cut and dry, people. Get off your asses. Go back into the old way of doing banking, and I guarantee your money won't be taken because they can't get into a non-grid account. It's not on the internet. You want to check that balance? You got to go in that bank every other day or whatever, or once a week, because you know and keep in your mind that I know I got 240,000 over here. 10,000 is in this account for my bills and that's connected to my credit card. I can afford to lose that if they were to hack it. Take a couple of hundreds, take a couple of couple of $1,000 or whatever, couple of hundred, whatever little lick they hit. Okay, so be it. But you ain't touched that 240. I got that 240 because that 240 can't be touched. I can't even look at it on the internet. I have to physically go into a bank. So you know, with that being said, it's a flip side to this coin now, people. I'm talking about business owners. You want people to start coming back into your brick and mortar banks and brick and mortar stores or whatever, or all other businesses. You have to make it comfortable. You have to make it safe for people because people don't feel safe too much to go outside their house. And every time you turn around, there's some bullshit going on. So in other words, business owners on Fortune 500 companies, you have to take that extra money and make it secure to where I know if I come into that parking lot of your business, I ain't finna get robbed. I'm not finna get shot at them because you got adequate enough security where I'm comfortable. You understand? So I don't mind getting off my thick ass and going there and provide and spend money with your company. I don't have to go through Amazon. I don't have to go through all the other places or whatever. I physically want to get off my ass and go into a physical store and brick and mortar and just shop or just enjoy life and just not be on the couch. You know, this is not a shot at Amazon, nothing like that there, but it's basically what I was saying in order to beat the hackers about the banks. But that's pretty much what I had to say. And like I said, it's been on my mind for a couple of years and it only makes logical sense. That's the only way we're going to beat it because this hacking shit is getting worse and worse day by day. And these bastards are getting smarter and more creative day by day. So the only way to combat that and to be the antibiotic and to be the cure for that disease, not to interrupt anything in my life or make another person's life miserable by them stealing your shit, you have to think outside the box. You have to go back into the brick and mortars. You got to get off your ass. Make that a no link, no touch account. Now, like I said, when it's time to transfer money, get your ass off your thick ass, go in the bank, transfer it physically from that account to the internet account, the one that you have your credit cards and all that stuff to. But you know, make a long story short, that's what it is, and that's how we're gonna beat these fucks from taking our shit, man. Because enough is enough, man. You know that identity theft is something serious, and like I said, hey, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we win. And I ain't talking about the hackers. I'm talking about the consumers. Hackers, you lose. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later on another topic. I got something else I'm gonna talk about on the next episode. But be good. Okay, now. Bye, bye, then. Bye, bye.